Hello everyone, how are you all? This is CoinsKid. Going to dive into Vechain once again. Thank you for your support, okay? Not just the support across the channel here, being here every day watching the videos, liking, sharing and all that sort of business, but in the Patreon and the Telegram and the Instagram and the Twitter and the entire CoinsKid system here in the community. Thank you for your support across the board, and the really nice positive feedback that we get on these videos is great as well. So so far so good. Vechain is looking relatively strong here, and it's mirroring the wave 2 correction as anticipated so far. You know, you've look at this wave 2 correction where you came down in 3 sort of strides down here. You look at this, okay, so you made a low, bottomed out, see you later. Okay, you made a low, and bottomed out, see you later. And like I said to you, you've come down in 7 waves here. You came down in 7 waves there, and it's looking for continuation at the moment, and everything is looking great here that we're potentially bottomed out. And like I said to you, Vechain won't hang around for long. Earlier in the week I did say potentially, if we take a look at the weekly time frame right here, I did say that we've come down to this particular level of support, this trend line that we have been targeting for Vechain right here, and potentially this could be your last entry point in this bull market. Now, looking at the daily time frame just there for Vechain, okay, I just want to show you something, that there is still the possibility of a bear market, but we're not anticipating it. But I want to show you something. If it did actually go into a bear market, you know that altcoins have roughly a 90+% correction, okay, in a bear market. So what we're going to do is just measure that particular correction from there all the way down, roughly 95, in some instances 96%, 95 correction. That's what happened in a bear market, which will come. Please mark my words on that. That's your bear market bottom. If you was to enter a bear market here, okay, and you continue to capitulate and roll over here, this is your bear market bottom for Vechain, around about 1 cent. Now, what that would actually do is invalidate this Elliott wave theory that we've had for a very long time for Vechain, and it would invalidate obviously the potential upside and extra upside that we see for Vechain in this wave 5 and the continuation of the bull run right here, okay. So that would invalidate this structure. Obviously, you know, you don't need a rocket scientist to show you that, and that would actually make you go into that bear market, and that's your bear market low. Okay, so if it comes, and we deal with it when we get there, because, you know, if it did come back down there, what a fantastic opportunity to get back involved into Vechain for those that have not necessarily got involved this time round and missed this upcycle. Potentially, you know, if they sit on the hands here, they're going to miss this upcycle. But if we do enter that bear market, wow, what a fantastic opportunity going forward, because we all know what Vechain is, and down here, you know, it's going to be really undervalued for what it is. Okay, so potentially, you know, not financial advice, but we do see potential upside for Vechain. It's doing everything that it did in wave 2. Everything in wave 4 is almost complete. Okay, we are looking potentially for a little bit of upside, then a pullback, then you're off into space up here. But again, not financial advice, because if we do get the continuation here for Vechain, from this point right now, you're looking at the 1618 up there 715%, and then if you get up to the 2, which is our wave 5 extension, roughly you're looking at 1497% appreciation from this point for Vechain. So far so good. It's holding, adhering to key levels and structural support. You've broken out of a weekly long time frame level of resistance just there. Look at that. You've broken out a weekly long level of resistance for Vechain, so it's all good. Look, boom, support, resistance, support, resistance, support, broken out. Now you're coming back up, you're starting to get above the EMAs on the daily time frame, which is really, really important, just like you did down here for Vechain. Okay, I don't want to disillusion you and say to you that you're going to absolutely take off to these projections right now. It's going to be bumpy. You're going to run into levels of resistance. You've got major level key resistance above you, okay, but you're making progress here for Vechain. It's doing really, really well. Okay, if you come up and you get rejected and rolls back and comes up and get rejected and rolls back, that is part of the waveforms that we want to see for Vechain. So you can come back up, you can break this high, because when you break this high just there at 28 cents, you're looking at beautiful upside and continuation to our projections just there for Vechain. Okay, so this is what's in front of us. So right now it's looking good, it's looking rosy, providing we can hold support and start to get back above the EMAs and hold them and form this beautiful pattern here, this beautiful signal from CoinsKid on the daily time frame, okay, where you get the bullish cross. Let me show you this. For those that are new to the channel, this particular signal, which is we're on the cusp of creating here for Vechain, this is your buy and go to the beach signal. You come up, hold it in back test of support, which a lot of coins are doing at the moment. A lot of crypto, Bitcoin included, is doing exactly that. That's your massive buy and go to the beach signal from CoinsKid. You can see that the last time Vechain did that after this wave 2 correction, look exactly what it's gone through, the same. where you got your sell and go to the beach signal, and then you got your buy and go to the beach signal. You absolutely melted it, took off into space, backtest support, had a little bit of a roll. You know, this would have put the fear of God into people before continuation in the uptrend just there, which a lot of you actually jumped into this wave up here, okay? And I know a lot of you bought up here as well, but it is what it is, and we've gone through this correction, and right now we are holding key levels of support, looking for the continuation, and effectively carrying out the wave 4 correction as we've carried out this wave 2 correction to an absolute T in the waveforms, okay, which I've shown you in previous videos. So it's all looking good, but again, not financial advice. If you do roll over here for Vechain and you lose this low, then yeah, bear market. So please anticipate that that is a potential play, but I'm not saying it is going to work out, because at the minute Vechain's doing everything it has to do for continuation. Now if you do start to roll over and there's another correction in the market and you lose this low, then I would personally change my bias from this scenario up here, this continuation, to this scenario in a bear market. You know, a potential further correction from that point. If we would lost this level of support just there, okay, you would be losing structural support of the uptrend, and right there you could be looking at a whopping correction of around about 98% short opportunity on Vechain, okay, but it's a multi-year short opportunity. But in that chop there, we'll have projections, be able to come in and out and show you the top, show you the bottoms, and trade in and out accordingly, okay. Short and long the bear market, that's what you do, and you accumulate on the way down. Because when you enter a bear market, and it will come, I'm going to show you the possible bear market scenario right here once we get that blow off top in the market, okay? So what I like to do on the channel, I like to be quite thorough with my subscribers, because obviously you're taking the time out to show me, give me your support. So I'm taking the time out to be as very thorough as I can with you as I can, okay? So say we get up to this 2 or $1.50 to wave 5, which we anticipated many months ago, and we go for a 95% correction. You will be looking at Vechain coming back down in the bear market to this level here, around about 6 cents, okay? If we don't get quite as far as that projection and we only get up to the 1618, 83 cents roughly around that area, and we enter a 95% correction, you'll be looking at 3 cent Vechain token. And that's that, you know, and in that bear market, that's where we can jump in again for the next cycle up in this cycle markets that crypto finds itself in. There is a theory that these particular markets are going to start diminishing in the 4-year cycles, but until that sort of happens, that is what's at play here, 4-year cycles for crypto in and out. So what I'm going to do right now is just jump on to the hourly time frame and see what we can see, okay? So just quickly take a look at the daily time frame here, because on the daily time frame we've got this little lever here that we've been anticipating. Now this is good. If Vechain can right now come up on the daily and break this level of resistance, okay, and hold and back tests of support, this is a massive confirmation statement that you're going to carry out this reversal here of this W bottom, which we've been anticipating here for Vechain. Do you see this? W bottom, break resistance, hold support, you're looking at continuation. Now your upside target, which I've already gone through with you before, this is your potential upside target, because you've actually broken the key level resistance right now, but you're not going to get there overnight. You could be looking at a 12 cent Vechain token. So right now, if you do see the back test of support and held this level of support, okay, on the daily, it's looking good for continuation, because you could be looking at a beautiful 37% long opportunity for Vechain right here, okay. With that, what you do need to see, the close above this on the daily at 9 cents, hold and back tests of support, because you can look, you had a little wick there just above, you came up, you got rejected, and you rolled back to another key level of support before coming back up again. So you do need to see the close here, okay. You need potentially to see a couple of candles do something like this. You're getting your confirmation you're above previous resistance of this W bottom, and you're holding it as support. You're looking for continuation in this bull run, and at that point you're going to create some beautiful reversal patterns just there for Vechain, okay, and you're basically getting the party started. And like I've shown you in the previous corrections here for Vechain, it doesn't hang around too long when it breaks out of these levels of resistance, okay, on the next 5th wave up. You can see that. Look, you come down to the trend line just there. You notice there's a separate chart that you've got this trend line that Vechain is adhering to in the charts. You've came down in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 waves. Bottomed out, starting to pick up, ran to a bit of resistance just there, rolled back a little bit, which I do expect Vechain to have a little bit of a rollback, and I'm going to show you that rollback in a moment. but so far so good. It's absolutely playing out to a T, isn't it? So on the 4-hourly time frame here for Vechain, okay, there is a bit of a bearish divergence that's forming, and this could be potentially that rollback that we're anticipating. But if we can break through that level of resistance right there, which I've just shown you at 99 cents it is, I'll tidy this up. So if you look here, look, you're starting to make a higher high here, but in the RSI you're creating a lower high, so you're forming some kind of divergence. So what I would imagine here for Vechain, not financial advice, but potentially come up and then you roll over and you hold this as support, which is what we're looking for, okay? We're looking for this level to hold as support and do something like this, build up momentum, and then blast off into space. So, you know, don't jump into any trade yet until you see the confirmation of this previous level of resistance held as support, because you do have a little bearish divergence on the go here, which is contributing to you getting a little bit overextended in the price and rolling back to support. Because so far that's exactly what Vechain's done. Look, you've created two bearish divergence here that are played out. Look, you've got the high in the price there, look, you see that, and then you've got a lower high in the RSI. And I think the previous update I did tell you there you were rolling back, but then you were creating a bullish divergence between this low, and look, you got a low and a higher low, and then in the RSI you've got a low and a lower low, and that actually contributed to a bullish divergence, which you've got from that point. I think in the last Vechain I've shown you that particular level. So you rolled over, create that, do something like this, and now if you go on up here, look, you're creating another higher high, and potentially you're going to create another bearish divergence just there. Look, see that between that and that gives you a slight bearish divergence where you run into a level of resistance, roll back, hold the support, and potentially this is where you can consolidate above this level of resistance, back test and hold the support, because this is so vital. This is what you want to see for the confirmation of the bull, okay? Get that, boom, see you later. So that's Vechain. Take care, everyone. I'll be back tomorrow with another update on Vechain. Hope you enjoyed that update. I was quite thorough today with you. Stay healthy, stay tuned, and most importantly, just stay healthy, not stay tuned. But thank you for your support. Take care. Bye-bye.